The purpose of this tape is to provide a panoramic overview of the end-time prophecies in the book of Daniel. Daniel is the most controversial book in the Bible. Liberals hate it because they do not believe in the divine inspiration of the Scriptures. And my friends, Daniel's book is a great testimony to divine inspiration. That's because it contains some of the most remarkable prophecies in the Bible. Prophecies that are detailed in content and broad in scope, stretching from Daniel's time to the day of the Messiah's second coming. As one person has so well put it, Daniel wrote history more accurately before it happened than anyone has ever done after it happened. To discredit the book, liberals have tried to argue that it was written long after the time of Daniel by someone who assumed his identity. They usually place the time of its authorship around 100 years before Christ. They are determined to date the book of Daniel after the time of the Greek tyrant Antiochus Epiphanes, who reigned over the Syrian area of the Greek Empire from 175 BC to 164. The reason they are so determined to do this is because the book of Daniel prophesies the reign of Antiochus in detail, including the atrocities that he would commit against the Jews. But the efforts of the liberals to discredit the book have all been in vain. The greatest evidence against their arguments is the fact that Daniel was included in the Septuagint translation of the Hebrew Scriptures. This is the translation of what we call the Old Testament from Hebrew into Greek, and it was done by a group of 70 Hebrew scholars in Alexandria, Egypt, in about 280 BC, long before the time of Antiochus Epiphanes. Also, Josephus, the first-century Jewish historian, reports that when Alexander the Great came to Jerusalem in 333 BC, the high priest showed him where he and his empire were prophesied in the book of Daniel, and he was so impressed that he spared the city from destruction. But really the most important evidence of the book's authenticity is to be found in the New Testament in Matthew 24, where Jesus himself quoted the prophecies of Daniel and thus attests to the validity of the book.